Hello and welcome. Henning Pauli here, HB42, the channel. I say this now. I don't know why. We're talking a little bit about newsletters today and me having been stupid for a long, long time. It's good to admit that. Sometimes you have to admit that you're stupid. Before I talk about newsletters, I talk about the sponsor. The Fellowship of Acoustics, TFOA, from the Netherlands, Dutchy land. They have a beautiful house in a small border, close border to the German. There's a house it's a small town and there's a border to Germany and they're close to that. That's the point. Small Netherlandish area, absolutely beautiful. And they cater to the connoisseur. Their slogan is, life's too short to play a shitty guitar, and that makes absolute sense. They're not talking you have to spend thousands and thousands. A good guitar can also be had at a lower price point, but they try to get you the good guitar. Now, they're not catering to a budget audience. I'm going to say the guitars start at maybe around 1,000 and then go up into the stratosphere. But if you want to go to a shop where you can play the guitars in that stratosphere, then they are the right people. Absolutely beautiful location. Make a day out of it. Play all the acoustics you want. Loads of electrics as well. They are Europe's premier Novo dealer, which is the reason why I now have this stunning Novo Ceres. And that's a simple guitar. It's a pine body. It's beat up. Got P90s, mastery bridge. Bolt on neck. Why in the world is it expensive? That's a video coming that I already filmed. We're going to talk about that for sure. But why am I holding this? You can't even see it. They are sponsoring these Sunday rants now, and thank you to the Fellowship of Acoustics. Gotta do a clicky thing here. So, newsletters. I was always weary. I was always careful about, oh wait, I get 10% off on these Crocs. If I sign up to the newsletter. Honestly, I get so many window blinds, and for years I've been added to mailing lists. And lately, Leslie said, are you stupid? She says it a lot, and sometimes she's even right. Yeah, I am stupid, because she's completely right. I could just do that. And she says, the first email I get from them, I go to the very bottom, and 99% there is, in the tiniest print you can possibly have, an unsubscribe link. And you go click unsubscribe, email, bam, unsubscribed. So you don't have to be on these newsletters, which is something I never realized. And now I unsubscribed from years of having been put on mailing lists unwillingly. But sometimes, of course, you go onto a mailing list willingly. Like I get the DJI mailer, which means I spend a lot of money with DJI. But I want to know what DJI has cooking. I'm on the Mediatek mailer. It's a German shop for cameras. I am on the IK Multimedia newsletter, because then I get informed about what more multimedia. IK Multimedia has cooking, and sometimes these things are relevant. The Small Rig newsletter for camera cages and lights and stuff. Or the Edelkrone slider newsletter. Those are all ones that I get on a regular basis. And do they get on my nerves a little bit? Yes, but I also stay informed about what's new, and I don't miss the new gear. So if you like a company, it might not be the worst idea to get on the newsletter. And sometimes newsletters can give you coupon codes or, first dibs at something. And many of my, where this is going, many of my friends in the business, Glenn Fricker and many others, Bernd Kiltz, have said, why don't you collect a mailing list? And I said, I don't want to get into the business of running that kind of business. I don't want to have the website and the web shop and push my products on people. I'd rather just do my videos. If I have a product like a course, I leave it up to someone else to use their mailing list, Spectre Academy and so on. And I'll just do the content and someone else deals with the rest. I never wanted to get into that part of the business. I literally had no interest. I'm running out of space on the camera. Be right back. So apparently I just sat here and filmed up. That's true. Filled up with film, a terabyte of data onto this OWC. Oh, card. Great. That's going to be forever to transfer. Okay. So where was I going? Yeah. I never wanted to do that. I just wanted to do the job. Just like when I was doing albums. I hated the press stuff. I've done an album, let's go to the magazines and do endless interviews about it. I just wanted to get back in the studio and do the next album. I like doing the job. I don't like the thing that's necessary to get it to the people. I let other people do that. But my friends were correct. I should have started collecting an email list from kind folks like you for years, because sometimes there's a point. And now I've got a couple of points that lead me to having to start that. So literally just before I filmed this video, I signed up to a mailing thing. I talked to some people and they said, oh, this can get expensive. I'm like, what do you mean expensive? Oh, if you want to do your own mailing list, you need a mailing list service thing, newsletter thing. And some guy said, oh, I'm spending tens of thousands a year on that. So if you want to collect a list with 1,000 people, that's already $14 a month. And then if you grow that bigger, you pay more and more. So it can get very expensive. But apparently, I got to do that. God, do I hate that. But I now am starting a mailing list and a newsletter. How that's going to look, because Leslie's got to do it, because I don't want to deal with it. I don't quite know yet. But there are a couple of things that I can do there that I can't do for you without it. Number one, the YouTube algorithm is horrible. Many people say, you're just doing the rants, and they're missing the 3, 4, or sometimes 5 videos I do a week on reviews, new gear stuff. I just did a video for the Flipjack from Adam Hall. All these videos get lost because YouTube doesn't show them to you. They'll show you some guy falling on a skateboard, or Rick Beato talking about something because he's got the reach, so they're pushing him more than a smaller channel. I get that, but it means that even if you wanted to see those videos, unless you go to my channel to check if I have new videos, you're not seeing them. So what we can do is, and I will make you that promise, once a week, we'll just do a recap. By the way, these were the videos that Henning had once a week, and there'll be links. And to make money, by the way, these were the products Henning reviewed this week, with maybe a sentence about them. You can buy them here. You can also just ignore those, but they're affiliate links. So that's good for me, and you have a direct link to the product. But you can, of course, ignore that. So I can get you the videos that YouTube isn't showing you directly through the newsletter, which you can also just ignore. Oh, Henning newsletter, I'm not interested this week. Bam, bye. The other thing we can do, we get a lot of gear in here that I have to sell on, which means Leslie is putting it on eBay. She's fighting with people on pricing and shipping and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, why not give you guys first dibs? So if Leslie has stuff, I mean, right now I have a brand new inbox Lulis amp. Nobody knows about it. Unless you find that ad on eBay. So that's an amp worth 3,800 euro, brand new inbox, unopened from Tube Workshop, that we're selling for $1,000 less. Well, if you're interested in something like that, we put that in the newsletter, and we put that in the newsletter weeks before anyone else gets to bid on it or buy it or whatever. So why not offer you guys a lot of the gear that needs to move on from here first? I think that's only fair. And I'm working on a lot of courses this year. I'm working on German courses. I'm working on English courses. I might be doing a thing with TrueFire. We'll see. I have expansion courses. I'm working on them right now for the drum course. We had 2 expansion courses already, classic rock and 80s drummers, and they're awesome. I just did thrash metal. That's so good. I'm working on progressive rock right now. There's so much awesome information in there with Felix Lehrmann. I love these courses. Yeah, they're nerdy drum programming stuff, but I'd like to be able to tell you directly. Of course, the platforms where they appear, they go to their customers. That's good. But I think it makes sense to tell you about those courses directly. And there might or might not be a new platform I'm working with, which, full disclosure, means when you sign up to the newsletter, will send you information about what they are doing as well. So sometimes there's a launch, and I want to send you 1 newsletter a week, which I think is more than fair. Maybe someday erase it or whatever. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to benefit. Why is it on? I don't want manual. Sometimes this camera just goes to manual. I want to tell you this stuff directly, of course, about my stuff, but sometimes a friend of mine will launch a course there, which means you'll probably get 1 on Monday, 1 on Wednesday, 1 on Saturday. Well, we're going to push that shit on you. And it's, that happens 3-4 times a year. I think that's only fair. Ignore it. But also in those newsletters, if they're coming more, there might be some special stuff just for me, which is why I said I want to have access to my own list, to my fans. And I never wanted to do it, but it's about time. So I set it up so that you can click on it, go on the list. I'll start collecting your names. Again, you'll get a summary of the week with links to videos, links to shops. You'll get maybe separate ones, but maybe in that one, gear that's on sale right now that I reviewed. Can't keep everything. It's silly to have over 100 guitars at the moment. A lot of those have to go. And before we sell them for dumping prices on eBay, I think it makes sense to give them to you. Well, not give them, sell them to you at inflated price. No. It makes sense to do this together. And then, of course, when I have courses, you will know. When I have events, we might be doing regular events of people meeting here, talking guitar. We talked about that already. So my point is, please, if you've been watching this channel for a long time, sign up finally to the mailing list, which means newsletter. And costs you nothing. You can always say this is annoying, unsubscribe. Absolutely. Don't quite know how that works. We're going to have to figure out how to put that at the bottom, but we will put that at the bottom because it's only fair. I do not want to get on anybody's nerves. So I think together we can do cool things. So please do that. The link is below. It's 42studios.com newsletter-HP42. Stupid. But the link's right below. Click on it. Sign up. You're done. And then we're going to see how we're going to do these and do it, at what point they're going to start. But of course, I need to have a decent list already. So I thank you for that. Thanks to all my friends, Bernd, Glenn, Alex, all these assholes who pushed me to do a newsletter and a mailing list. But I need a way to get to people that want to hear it. And that's the best way, independent of I was going to say Amazon, YouTube and all these social media moguls that do whatever they want and not necessarily benefit the creators. Thank you so much. The link is below and animals at the end, as always.